Yo, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you how I installed my GTR shift knob on the 370Z. I've been getting a lot of requests on this video and I never just got the chance to do it. So here I am trying to make this video for you guys. And I know this is like the best shift knob you can get for your automatic or 7-speed 7AT 370Z, because you can use like I think a lot of people use manual shift knobs, but you kind of lose your capabilities of pushing it down to like get it out of the lock position for the transmission. But with this one you don't lose those capabilities, and it also looks really good, and it's a GTR shift knob, so of course it's gonna look a lot better. It looks pretty sick with this shift knob. Now I guess the reason a lot of people were asking me questions on this is because mine sits a lot lower compared to others. So if you just install it without any modifications, your shift knob is going to sit right about here, and that's pretty high. And it also looks kind of weird because you have like the boot, if you install one, that sits like really low in comparison. But if you make adjustments like I did, now it sits that low, so it looks a lot better, cleaner, doesn't stick too far up. So let me go ahead and remove it, take it off, and I'll show you guys how I installed it. So right here you can see I made a slit right there, and then here's the original one. To make that slit, I just used a handsaw. You can use a Dremel or something just to make a cut in there to make it as even as possible to this one right here when it comes to like the depth of the line. That way it sits in there really good and doesn't come out. Now the reason you have to make that hole is because it comes with this pin that you insert to lock it into place so it doesn't release it. That's the main reason that you're making that slit in there. That way it can sit low and it doesn't like move up. And that's the only real adjustment that I made for this right here, to sit lower, and now it just looks a lot better. And then for the shift boot, just in case you guys are wondering, let me try to remove this really quick in case you guys are wondering how I did that too. But you just remove this, get a flathead, pop it up just like that, and then on the inside I just put the boot around these like clips right here, made holes and sat it inside. I didn't like use any glue or anything, and it sits perfectly inside those grooves. So that's all I really did when it comes to the shift boot. You just have to take it out and then make those holes in the shift boot so it can sit in there so it doesn't come out, because now that it's sitting in those holes you can't really pull it out. It's on there pretty good. But that's how it looks, and it just has that like little clip in there, or this connection that you got to remove if you want to take the entire thing out. Of course it makes it a lot easier. And then it has that right there, that bolt that I made a hole for as well. And then this one right here, right there. And that's honestly pretty much it when it comes to the boot. You can put any boot that you want on here. You just gotta make those holes so it can sit in there. And then you just put the boot through there, put it back in, and then you push it down, make sure it sits in there good, just like that. Bam, boom, that's it. That's all it really is when it comes to the boot. So now the shift knob, we're gonna push it down, and then, well, let me try to measure it, see if I can give you guys like an exact measurement. But I think it's about 1 inch, honestly. I think I have a ruler in here, let me check. Alright, well I don't have a ruler, but I have a nickel. And you can say that if you put the line of a nickel, it sits like right under the little house. So right there you can see that it aligns with the house. So if you guys want like exact measurements, use a nickel and then align it with this line right here under the house, and that should be the exact measurement that I used. In case you don't have a nickel, I have a I have a quarter, and you could say it's right about there, right under the U for the United States. And then let's say you don't got a quarter or a nickel, I got a penny, and it looks like it's pretty close to Yeah, it's pretty close to those words right there that says Liberty. So you can use that as a guide, I guess. So I'm sure all of you guys can find a quarter, a nickel, or a penny. That'll kind of give you assistance on how to measure it. But it looks pretty close to about an inch. Now to install it, you push it down so you can hear it. I've never had a single issue with this, so you guys shouldn't have a problem either. And you just put the pin right in there like this to fall in the groove. It doesn't matter how hard I pull on it, this thing doesn't come out. Just keep cutting it until you make sure it's deep enough. Don't go all the way through until you get like all the way on the other side. You don't have to, just like a little slit. Then after that, you put the cover on, which is this one. And of course I forgot to do that. But let me take it out again. Put this in first. Then you put the shift knob on. Then you put the clip. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. There you go. Make sure it sits in there. Then you push this up and it'll sit into place so it doesn't come out, it doesn't move. It's like an extra like safety precaution feature. Now there you go. That's it. That's how it looks. I've had this thing for, I would say 2-3 years. Not a single issue. Never gave me a problem when I couldn't get out of gear, anything like that. So if you guys are interested in picking this up, I highly recommend it. Looks sick. I love it. It's one of my favorite mods. I think this is like the best shift knob you can get for your 7AT. And then also I got this push start right here. I think it goes well with it. So if you can, go ahead and buy this as well. It's a GTR push start button. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I was getting this request a lot and I never really got the chance to make the video, but I finally did. You can use the saw like I mentioned, which is this one right here. Or even if you have just these laying around, which is a part that goes on the saw, you can take that off and do it by hand. That's how I actually did it. Or you can use a Dremel. I have a Dremel as well. You can use that to cut it. Actually be a little bit faster if you do it that way. But as long as you make that slit for the pin to fit inside there, you should be perfectly fine. But overall, that's pretty much it. I think that this is honestly the best shift knob for 370Z, for the automatic at least. It should have came with something like this from factory because the original one is really ugly. It's plain, black. It doesn't look cool. And this looks a lot better, especially because it's like a GTR shift knob. It puts it together, gives it a little cool red accent. I think there's other colors available as well. I think there's also a black one or a gray one that you can pick up. But these things are pretty expensive now. When I picked it up, I think I paid about $150 on eBay, and it came directly from Japan. But now when I'm checking online, I'll try to leave like a picture somewhere on here. They're averaging close to over 200 or 250. I think I've even seen some at $300 for a shift knob similar to this. So it is pretty expensive, but it looks a lot better. It represents the car as well, just because it is an automatic. It is a automatic shift knob from a GTR, so it has a park, reverse, neutral, the automatic and manual mode. So I think it's like the best fitting one for this car, especially because some people, when they transition over to like a manual shift knob, you don't have the capability of pushing that button anymore to release it from the locking position. So this of course is like the best fit for it. I don't know if there's any other shift knobs that are available for an automatic that would fit something like this. You would need something that you can push it down, but I've seen other cars where they push from the side for it to go down. So it just depends on how the shift knob is made. You can use other ones as well, as long as you can make it fit with that pin. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and helps you guys out that are interested in doing this. I know there's not a lot of videos on the automatic Z, but I'm here to help you guys out. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to reach out to me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.